Hey guys, this is Caleb Simpson here at zelda-Dungeon.net. You're watching the video walkthrough for The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. The game was originally released for the Nintendo 64 in 1998, and it was such a success that it was later released on the GameCube, the Zelda Collector's Disc, which had several Zelda games on it, including the Ocarina of Time Master Quest. It was also later released on the Wii Virtual Console. Nowadays, if you're playing the game, you're most likely playing on the Virtual Console. But because I'm recording it on the original Nintendo 64, I will also be referring to the controls and such as if you were playing the Nintendo 64. There isn't much difference between the other consoles, but you'll just have to figure it out. Each one of these videos is going to be ranging from 4 to 10 minutes long. That is because this video is uploaded onto YouTube, Veo, and Google Video. YouTube has a 10-minute limit on their videos, so it'll be 10 minutes or less for all of the videos of this walkthrough. And I actually like it this way because I believe that you shouldn't have to load an hour-long video just to see where you're stuck in one section. If you're stuck in a walkthrough, you should be able to figure out, you should be able to find the correct video and get your problem solved. So as a result, the walkthrough is going to be broken up into 14 chapters. This will cover the entire game. This is a 100% walkthrough, meaning that we will be getting every side quest, every heart piece, every gold Scatula token, everything. I will also be showing all of the cutscenes, so because we believe that it adds value to the walkthrough. There are people who just like to watch it for entertainment reasons, sometimes for old time's sake. Like to see somebody whip through the game, and so as a result, we're going to be having the cutscenes because that way they can feel like they're actually watching it. It doesn't feel like it's chopped up into weird chunks. So that being said, this first chapter is about 5 minutes. It's in 5 videos, and it's about 28 minutes long. And also, if you don't find the video walkthrough helpful or it's a little bit confusing, you can always go to our website at zelda-Dungeon.net, and we have this same walkthrough in a site form, which means it has maps and detailed text and pretty boxes that will help organize everything so that it's much easier to understand. Anyways, onward. So as we start the game, you'll see a nightmare from the perspective of our protagonist, our main character, Link. And he is, it's a mysterious scene in which he's standing in front of a castle and a princess rides out on a horse. And she's looking at you fearfully, and Link turns around and there's a creepy guy on a black horse. In any case, we'll hear more about this later. It suddenly switches to the Deku Tree, talking to the fairy in this game called Navi. And he explains to her that it is time to go find the boy without a fairy, which is, in fact, Link. So she will fly off into the town, and she'll give you an overview of the city. There isn't really much to see. We'll explore it here in a second. So anyway, she'll go into the nearby house, and she'll start yelling at you to wake up. She explains that the Deku Tree does indeed need you. You are needed for this journey. Anyways, it's kind of humorous how she flies up and down and pokes at you. In any case, once Link finally wakes up, then she'll introduce herself and our journey can actually begin. I love how he just kind of throws his feet over the side and looks very human-like, unlike most three-dimensional games like this at the time. This was actually an incredible jump in graphics and everything for the N64 at the time. So here we are, she's introducing herself, and you'll finally get control of Link. So simply walk around the corner and go through that door right there. Inside some of these buildings it's awful pixelated, so it's kind of annoying. Anyways, we'll appear outside in Kokiri Forest, and you'll see Link's childhood friend running up. This is Saria, and she is, there's actually a town named after her in one of the other games, and so there's some debate as to whether that game actually comes later in the timeline. In any case, jump down, and when you're standing on ladders, you can press A to jump down. I did that right here, you'll notice, to save time, so I just popped on down. Go ahead up to her and press A, and he will talk to her. This is just, she'll say how excited she is that you finally have a fairy, and she will just exclaim her excitement and tell you should indeed go see the Deku Tree. Now, unfortunately, we can't actually do that yet because we need some items, so actually head to the left instead. You can see on your map where the Deku Tree is. He's off in the top right corner. He's that big old blob. In any case, head right, go up the ramp, and go weave in and out of this fenced area. And then I'm going to go look at this sign here, and it tells you that you can crawl through the hole by standing next to it and pressing A. So I'm just pointing this out. So we're gonna do just that. So stand in front of the hole right here, and then press A, and he will crawl down. Now hold forward on the analog stick, and you will crawl all the way through the hole. Once we finally pop out on the other side, I'm going to go read the other sign, which explains about Z targeting. You can press Z at any time to just center your view. This is an incredibly handy button because a lot of the other games for the Nintendo 64 at the time were using C left and C right to change the direction that you're viewing your character. But using this single button, you can look anywhere, pretty much. And once you get used to it, it's actually really nice because it's very quick compared to a lot of the games. In any case, head into the center of the area and watch out for the boulder, which is going around in counterclockwise in this area, so just wait for it to pass and then run through. And there's a blue rupee on the right, which you can snag real quick, and then continue on. And then there is a large chest. Open it to get Kokiri sword. This is the first weapon you'll get in the game, and it only does a little minimal amount of damage, and it's also the only sword in the game that's your size at this point. Later on you'll get some fancy duty swords, but in any case, press start to open up your menu screen, and you can hit either Z or R to go to the other screens, or you can just simply hold left or right on the analog stick. Once you get to the sword on your equipment subscreen, then press A on it to equip it. In any case, run back towards the hole and go up to it and press A. And as you saw there, I was pressing A repeatedly while I was running into it, so I was rolling rather than actually going up to it. So once you crawl back through the hole, then turn right, and you can see that there is a rock right there. And this kid right here that I'm talking to will explain how to use Z targeting. When you select something, you'll see Navi fly over to stuff, and you can then press Z to select it. And while you're selecting it, this is called Z targeting, and you can press your buttons then turn to a more battle-oriented setup. If you press A, he will jump in or roll in that direction, and if you press B, then his sword slashes are a little bit different too. In any case, the only reason I wanted to point this out is because you can train your backflips right here. Press Z on the thing, and then press A and back on the analog stick at the same time. There are some invisible rupees right here that you can collect, so you should get a total of 6 rupees just right there alone. Head on out, and you can start slashing some of these bushes. Occasionally they drop rupees, these ones didn't. In any case, if you read this sign first, it'll tell you that you can Z-target it and press forward and B to stab. And if you do it after you've read the sign, it'll drop 5 rupees. So go ahead and snag that. Rupees, by the way, are the currency in this game. It actually stands for Rot Silver. It's a currency that is in India. But it's also apparently the currency of the elves. So anyways, run forward, and you can run through the bushes to get rupees. And then you can also head up behind this house. This is Mito's house, whom we'll meet later. And there's a blue rupee right behind it. Head on inside the house, and you can open all the chests to get rupees. The only chest that I don't open actually just has a heart piece, so we're just going to ignore that one. Yeah, so we need a total of 40 rupees. We actually already have that now, but we're going to continue collecting rupees.